Hey, looky there. We've got a few. We've got Linda, Debbie, Joan, Kim's channel, Steve. Hey, Pon, he made it. Look at that. Bear with me a second. I'm just drilling up so that we're ready for what we're going to make. This is for the diamond pen this evening. We're just trying to make sure we get our 7/32 inch holes in the end. Just over a 1/2 inch deep. And now we're going to trade out drill bits. We're going to go to 1/4 inch for the handles for the spoons, for the measuring spoons. So this will be our blue sea glass. Hey, Tracy Cook joined us too. Hey, Glenn's there. Look at that. Here are the handles for our measuring spoons. This says to use a 1x6 blank with a 6-inch long handle, but I think for a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon, 6 inches is kind of long. We may cut them down to about 4. We'll see. But in the interim, we will go ahead and drill them. Don't step on that. Make sure we're going to hit our center, and we are. And we're going to get a set of calipers and see how deep this needs to be. I believe there's a set here in the toolbox. It looks like it needs to be about a 1/2 inch deep. So we'll take our, move this up a little bit so you all can see. We will make a 1/2 inch mark on our drill bit so we know that we're deep enough. And we will push them in. There's one. We have 5 spoons in this set, so we'll have 5 of these to drill. Hey, look at this. We've got quite a crowd this evening. Hopefully everybody's having better weather than we are. We have had some wicked wind and it has been cold. Hey, thanks, Tracy. My son Tyler is going to help us this evening because this will be a lot to try to turn and polish in that amount of 2 hour window. So once we get them turned and shaped, I have the other lathe set up for Tyler over there. He will start polishing them. Good afternoon. Yeah, you're on the West Coast. Where did I buy the kit from, Steve? The kit is from Penn State. No, actually, this kit is from Rockler. There's a couple different types out there. I liked the shape of this spoon and the size of them. Give me just a second. I'll show you again. Remember to get the 8/32 half-inch shoulder mandrel for it as well, Steve. Tyler, the group says hello. Tyler says hello, everyone. But anyway, so as to about the spoons, like I said, I liked this shape and the fact that they're all 304 grade stainless. I like the shape and the size really well. We are going to machine some handles for diamond painting pen, turn a diamond painting pen and machine a for our kits for the measuring spoon kit. Yeah, the shapes are neat. Tyler is 14. He just had a birthday in February. Tyler has a little bit of a trimmer issue due to having 15Q. The only thing that really causes him is tremors. He's very blessed that he has a very mild effect of what could be 15Q. 15Q means that he is missing a very small, fortunately, very small piece of his 15th chromosome. And the only thing that causes him is just tremors, like fine motor tremors. When he's trying to put something together, he has a little bit of a tremor. If he's in heavy focus, he'll have a small issue. But for the most part, it does not cause him any issues. And we are thankful for that. Tyler, I think they're wrong. I think that hole's too small. I think that should have been a 9/32 drill bit. The kit says to use a 1/4 inch, but I don't think that's right. I think that's too small. I see a set of Allens over there, Tyler. We're going to try to tighten one in here and see what happens. And then we'll see if we need to re-drill that for a 9/32. Well, looks like we need a different adapter because that one just broke. Looks like we're going to do 4 out of 5. But we're going to re-drill those holes for a 9/32. Thanks, Tyler. So we're going to put this chuck back in and go just slightly bigger to a 9/32 inch hole instead of a 1/4 inch, because that is just a hair too tight. We may go up just a little bit bigger than 9/32 because it doesn't say any instructions for resin. It just gives instructions for wood. So let's mic this out and see what we can find. We might need slightly larger. 0.30. Let's try that. Let's try 5/16. And we will put the one that was damaged back in. And we will drill that hole out for our test hole. We'll just need another collet. No, you didn't miss your surprise then. Oh, we got to slightly add around. Oh, we can make that work. Anybody have any big summer plans? Anybody going on a really amazing trip? Going to New York. Hey, that's always a fun time, Steve. We want to try a couple test pieces just to see how this is going to work, because I don't think that's going to be the correct size that we want either. So, as I said before, we always want to keep shop scraps around to either one, make other blanks out of, make test pieces. In this case, it's going to be a test piece to see how well it threads. Should work out pretty well. I apologize for not being already ready, but it's been a week and it's only Tuesday. Going to northern New York. So, like up in the mountains of northern New York. Another surgery and recovery. Oh, Lord. I hate to hear that, Debbie. I hate to hear that for anybody that's sick. I mean, I think that's too tight as well. Nope, that'll work. Sweet. I'm glad we tried that. Now I just got to get another collet from Rockler for that. I'll get an 8/32 threaded insert. Okay, here we go. We're going to re-drill these holes just for a slightly larger drill bit. Just because the instructions were wrong. And unfortunately, if anybody in here is a maker, they have had that same issue. Sometimes you do not get good instructions. I've actually been shipped the wrong size bushings, the wrong size tubes for a kit. You get a kit and the hardware looks right, but the tubes are wrong. A couple different things like that. Fortunately enough, most of the places I've dealt with have had pretty good customer service that they'll make it right. I think all of these in this black and white pattern will be stunning. Oh yeah. It's nothing like getting the wrong parts. And ironically, you only get the wrong parts when it's critical as to what you're doing. If it's something that can wait, you always get the right parts. If it's something you're supposed to be prepared for on a live, you get the wrong instructions. But We're all good. Only took an extra minute. Now we're good to go. We can take the drill chuck out, and I'll put all these inserts in. These are just a little threaded insert. Takes an Allen and thread them all the way in. As you can hear, they are nice and tight. I'll reach out to Rockler and get another insert. They usually have pretty good customer service, and there's a store about an hour and a half from me if I need to. Ironically, we have two hugely different time zones. Glenn is over on the West Coast, and they are 3 hours behind us. And Teeny is in Austria, and she is 6 hours ahead of us. Definitely a big difference in time zones. All right. Just so that we make sure these get the best hold, we're going to put a little bit of CA glue in the hole. And we should get a good tight bond. They should never come out. What do we think? Do we think a 5-inch handle is too long? Do we want to go maybe 4 inches? 4 inches would be roughly there. Or do we think 5 is good? If it were a cup, I could see the longer handle, but not for such a small measurement as a spoon. Do you think 5 is too long? I tend to agree with you. I think 4 would be better suited. Sounds like Debbie has had a real run with health lately, but she'll get there, right? She's a strong, hardworking. She has been in nursing since they made diploma nurses. She herself is a diploma nurse. And you know, when my mom was alive and she used to talk about all the people she'd met in nursing, she always told me that the brightest and the best hardworking nurses that she'd ever been blessed to work with were diploma nurses. And ironically, last week when I was talking to Debbie, I found out that she is a diploma nurse. So, small world. All right. We want to get into turning pins. All right. It's not hard. As you can see, you watch the live, and it's not really that difficult. A little bit of time, a whole lot of tools, a whole lot of patience, because you will blow up a lot of pieces. It's going to happen. Don't get mad. It has happened to all of us. I assure you, I've blown up a few hundred at minimum, to the point that one of these evenings, once we get our kitchen set made, or I may make it without the live, we will do a setup to where I show you exactly, or very similar like, to what's causing your failures when you're turning. If you're above or below the center line, if you're using the wrong type of tool, the wrong pressure, that kind of stuff. We've been able to pinpoint a lot of the causes and be able to help other people understand why they're having an issue. It's pretty good. I did a lot of testing when I first started just to see why I was having mistakes and how to prevent them. Let me clean the end of this up just a little bit. All right. And this will be a thick one because this is a 7/8 inch blank. It is a beautiful crystal blue or ice blue color, and it will polish up crystal clear and be stunning. And remember that anybody is eligible to win. Debbie, I hope it does. I hope it holds out as long as you want to work. As always, this one is already round, so we are going to use our negative rake carbide tool, and it works really, really well for this style of blank because it is already round. If it was not round, we would use a square tool and use the corner of it in order to make it round, but we are lucky it is already round, and we'll be able to go from there. Anybody have any questions on tool types or anything like that? Leah, if you have any questions, gladly reach out in a PM and I'll answer anything you need. As my daughter was busting my chops the other day, it's called a DM, not a PM. It's a direct message, but little does she know, I grew up in the time when all this stuff started, and it was called a private message. It was a PM. I'm sure there are plenty of other members that remember when the internet started and Facebook and all the rest of that, and it was called a PM, not a DM. Oh, it's clear, but just wait till it's polished. It'll be crystal clear. Okay, you may hear the dust collector kick on, but we will hit mute while the dust collector's on so that we don't blow anybody's ears out. It's a little bit noisy. And Pond, the pink container is back. We will be using the Pond pink container to polish. And Tyler has an orange one over there, and we have a lime green one as well. We'll let you all take a vote on this while I'm turning. If you want to see the Pond pink one, the orange one, or the green one, and Tyler can choose one as well if you want to put a vote in there for what you want Tyler to use. I only have one Pond pink, so if need be, we can always give it to him. But we have pink, orange, and lime green today. Here is the lime green. Tyler, let me see the other two. Awesome lime green. We have a Pond pink. We have an orange. And actually, I have one that is a patchwork. Do you want to go get there's two in the shop that are like orange and green black. They're in the print shop. All right, here we go. Right. Natalie, you are correct. So that is what we call this series of blank. Is we call this sea glass. We make this in blue, turquoise, pink, yellow, dark green, violet, lime green, like a real light bright green. We make it in smoke, like a black. Um, and we can custom mix them. We have an orange. There's a bunch of other colors. We can mix some up. But when you see it polished, that will be the ticket. But we have two extra containers that were printed in leftover filament. We have the pumpkin, orange on the bottom with a green stem. And we have orange, green, and then black on the top. Just some things we made while we had some extra time with the 3D printer. All right, Tyler, let me have the pine pink container. Yep, pine pink. All right. The pine pink container has made the infamous comeback. I don't want to see Palm or anybody stomping their feet on the floor trying to make stuff happen. Get out some Zona papers here. Tyler, can I have some additional green, please? Some additional, just the green? Just the green. Like 10. Remember that we usually typically fold our Zona paper because when you get to the white, it is really difficult to tell which side you started with. One side will do the work and the other side will just mess it up. But when this is finished, it will be absolutely see-through. No questions asked. Oh yeah, pine pink. All right, ready, Glenn? Here we go. We'll do a little high speed at first just to knock this down. Oh wow, look at that. A little bit of water. We will go down to the green in a minute. I just want to get a little bit of rough out of it that I know is in there. And, I had a little bit of harmonic chatter. So that's why this is a little higher speed than what we normally recommend. Just at first. Just to try to get the shape finalized before the polishing. Ah, hey, our friends over at Illumilite joined us. This is the most amazing resin product I have ever used. It gets such a beautiful polish and shine on it that I've never been able to achieve with any other resin. This is Illumilite Clear. They make Illumilite Clear Slow. We also use Illumilite White occasionally. It leaves a very porcelain look. It is not for the weak. It is only a roughly 90-second window at max. This one has a 7-minute window, and then when you use Illumilite Clear Slow, it has a 12-minute window. All right, we're going to turn this down, and we have a regimen that we recommend for speed to be able to get the crystal clear finish with no lines in it, and that is going to be right around 800 RPMs for the first two colors of Zona paper. We are not affiliates of Zona Paper or anything like that. It's just something that works really well, and we stuck with it. It is a product of 3M. If you are buying it on Amazon, it's a neat container design. Hey, thank you. If you're into turning and you need polishing materials, check out the Zona Paper. And if you need one of the sanding containers, let us know. We can gladly print you one. We worked with the original container creator and come up with a deal that we purchased the license to be able to sell them. You can print them yourselves if you have a printer, and you should follow by commercial licensing for any 3D printed products that you didn't design and you intend to sell. There's a lot of good creators out there. Show them the respect by buying their license. Yes, Darren, they are. They are the easiest to turn by far. I feel a little nick in the end there. No, it'll polish out. With your molds, yeah, do you do like Alumilite casting, amazing casting clear? Yeah. Alumilite actually came out with a new product today that is for all those doing like resin flat work, and like you're saying for your final coat, they actually came out with a new product that was launched today, and it is called Alumilite Casting Clear Outdoor, and it is very UV stable and works really, really well. If you ever get a crystal clear blank from us in one of the groups or our group, the crystal clear blanks, not the colored like this, but the actual clear blanks, will have a slight hue to them. We have a UV stabilizer that we put in them so that they don't yellow over time. I can't say that for other makers that are making clear blanks, but ours will take a long time to never to yellow. Obviously, more direct UV exposure, any resin is a risk of that. But by putting the UV stabilizer in that we do, we have seen a long time before that happens. Yeah, yeah, we use a UV stabilizer. It's a little something we figured out. Um, when I first got into it, my wife was going to the tanning bed, and we have put a blank in there, a clear blank in the tanning sessions for a long time to simulate additional UV rays, and until we found a product that worked and it didn't yellow. That is what I love about summer. All the good UV exposure, all the good sunlight makes everybody feel better and makes us well, and you need the good vitamin D. Hey, thanks, Kim. I agree. I'm leery as well. Okay, let's say we're all right. Let's say this looks pretty good. Let's take a look. And I always recommend to go back and forth just a little bit in case you have any radial marks from your Zona paper or whatever you're using to finish. There's lots of finishing products out there. This is the one that works for us. Looks all right. Looks good. I'm going to get a drink of water. Bring me back one as well, please. Thank you. Okay, here's our next color. and this will only get more clear as this goes on. Thanks, Kim. The blue is probably my favorite. The turquoise is pretty sweet. I actually found one this evening when I was looking for this one that is part turquoise, part blue. It's split. It's pretty nice. And remember, other than last week, all of the blanks you see us turn for the diamond painting pins are made over with blanks that were leftovers from drops that somebody didn't claim. We like to use them just to help everyone understand and see what beautiful patterns we are able to hide inside the blanks. If you like the color on the outside, the pattern won't disappoint. Rarely do we have a washout. Thanks. Open. Be sure to watch in our Facebook group, Unbelievable Blanks. We have a pen maker showcase. All the blanks were purchased Saturday of last week, and they went out. And the voting will be in the week after Easter. And there will be some beautiful stuff. We have some incredible makers in the group. And also, if you make an incredible pen with something that with a product of ours, we are not opposed to buying it. We have bought pens from other incredible makers. Even though we make them ourselves, we can appreciate the amazing work and time that other people put in. Hey, thanks, Corey. Corey runs a group or a page. His business is Garage Inc. He does great work as well. There's several good makers in here. Steve is one. Corey is one. There's Steve Ebner. Um, there's several good makers. Palm is a good maker. If I'm missing anyone, speak up. Feel free to mention your page or what you do, and don't let me take all the limelight. Yeah, the last competition, they were gorgeous. You love the hybrids. Oh, great. We just started drying a bunch more stuff and stabilizing it just for making hybrids. So now we're going to go to our second, and this is our third and fourth color. So we're going to double our RPMs and go to 1600 RPMs. Donna Bass does a good job. She makes some very, very, very incredible designs. She is very, very talented. And from one turner to the next, or one turner to another, she has figured out stuff that is incredible. I mean, absolutely stunning. I have purchased a pin for her for my wife. She had a stitch pin posted in one of her pin pops, and it was incredible. And like I said, one turner to another. She was nervous for me to get it. I was excited to get it. And when I received it, the quality was second to none. Polished up very well. There were no flaws in it. It was crystal clear. Beautiful. A hybrid blank is wood and resin combined. Tyler will find us a hybrid over there, and I'll hold it up while I'm polishing. A hybrid actually, take that back, can be several different types. It can be Typically it is wood and resin, or it can be 3D printed mermaid scales and resin, and it can be Fordite and resin. Tyler's going to find us a couple of versions of hybrids, and we have made, you see there's one underneath the label maker. We have made several that are wood, Fordite, and resin, and we are working on making some segmented resin and wood blanks available as well. Yeah, find a different one though. We also do stabilized woods and burls. They make absolutely gorgeous diamond pens. If you get like Ambonia burl or black ash burl in hot pink is gorgeous. We dye black ash hot pink. We can dye Ambonia hot pink. They are all stunning, very, very stunning. Let me see the top one up there on the top right hand side. No, to the right. Yeah. Yeah. So this would be a hybrid. This would be Molly burl and purple and white resin. This would be 3D printed mermaid scales as a hybrid. They turn out awesome. If you all would like, we can turn one in the next live as a giveaway. And then my personal favorite is Fordite and resin. Which I'll put these back on the shelf. Most of the Fordite blanks you see us drop are Jeep Fordite, but we do have other types available. We have Jeep, we have Mopar, we have Ford. I'm waiting on a little bit of Corvette. We have some Bodite and a little bit of Shipite. Shipite comes from the naval shipyards where they paint Navy ships and such. And Bodite comes from where they make fiberglass boats in the boating industry. And we also have some Surfite available. Surfite is made from surfboard material. It looks like this. I don't recommend it alone for a diamond pen because it is a rather soft material. It probably wouldn't hold your placers and you run the risk of chip out. But if you are putting a brass tube through it for a writing pen, it makes gorgeous writing pens. Hey, thanks, Pine. There are a few members that have received some hot pink Fordite blanks. There's a couple hot pink Fordite pens going out. Once they make it to the customers, we will post pictures of them, but we always like to let the customer see it in person first. And then here's a piece of, this is a piece of Bodite. It's not real common material. We make it as a hybrid as well. It's actually made out of layers of gel coat from where they make fiberglass boats. A good CA finish over Surfite. I do as well. I absolutely do as well. And this is a piece of Shipite. This stuff is super hard on your tools because sometimes it has metal in it. This will actually be a personal pen. This is a 6-inch blank. It'll be made into an Apollo or an Artemis style pen, which we can turn on to live as well. I agree, Palm. It can be tricky until you get around. I honestly recommend the infamous 60 or 80 grit gouge to get it round. Once it's round, it's not a big deal, but to get it round, it is tricky. It's getting clear, almost. There's two left, and it only takes about 30 seconds each with these two. Anybody else have anything they want to see? We do have the salt and pepper mills and grinders coming. I actually have a duo, so it's a salt shaker in the top and a pepper mill in the bottom. It's pretty wild. We'll make it on the live. Tyler, over in that bucket is some more sea glass on the floor. Here's some turquoise sea glass. There's some lime green sea glass. And if I dig around in here well enough with one hand while doing something with the other, here's the one. Here's a pink sea glass. The pink is beautiful as well, just as beautiful as the blue. And here is the one that is half blue, half turquoise. If you would like it, just send us a message, and first come, first serve. You're welcome to it. Be good, Tyler. I cut the corners off using the jig. I've tried a bunch of different methods. The jig method works well. For me, taking sandpaper and putting it in a U shape like this while it's spinning will knock the corners off the fastest of anything I've ever seen. And it also lets you go ahead and shape it a little bit as well. You need an entire sea glass set. Hey, they are gorgeous. Okay, Corey. Sure. The secret to our 3D printers, and like I said, I can't speak for anybody else. Tyler, let me see that piece of pink honeycomb over there. Is usually I recommend to turn them as fast as possible um, because of the difference in density between the Alumilite, no, the other one, the Alumilite and the plastic. It will leave right there to the left, right there. Yes. Sometimes I think Tyler is related to Ray Charles. He's his long lost grandson. This is actually clear 3D printing with the resin inside of it. But the scales themselves are clear. And that back to Tyler Charles there. Makes great accents. Yes, it does. Makes great ink windows. Uh, Rich there actually had a pin in last month's pin competition. It was made with the St. Patty's Day tribute blanks and a piece of the sea glass in it for an ink window. So, Set this over here. We'll dry this off. And it does look beautiful, and it is clear. It'll get better in just a second. Okay. We used to use a wax that was hard to get, the old Johnson's paste wax, but lately we've tried this because I wanted to have something available that anyone could find. Johnson's paste wax isn't made anymore, but this is made every day. McGuire still makes it. This is McGuire's Gold Glass. It has a very sweet smell to it, and it leaves a nice crystal clear, beautiful finish. We'll let it blush up there a minute. Yes. Yes. I would paint the inside of it if I were making a writing pen. You can see what a difference the wax makes. And you will see the wax when I get to that end. It makes it crystal clear. The only thing I've been able to achieve such clarity with is Zona paper, wax, and Alumilite resin. No other resin that I had that clear result with. There are lots of finishes out there. There are lots of people that tell you you need magic juice and a bunch of other stuff. There is absolutely no flaws. You can't see a line. There's nothing in that. And it is crystal clear. If it weren't tinted, you could probably read the instructions that were wrong from the drilling instructions on the other side. You can see it for yourself. If you are in Creations Morin, you've seen Joni finish just as well, and they are crystal clear. Actually, the downside is it's going to start attracting a little dust from the shop. But pardon the dust I just picked up. Okay, crystal clear. And remember to comment during the live, subscribe, and follow us. In order to be eligible to win, we will give this away later in the week. It is crystal clear. Oh, Lord, Rich, way more than magic juice. I'll convert you to using Zona paper and just wax, and you'll throw away the magic juice. It's not needed. It's almost unreal to hold. Cinderella would have had some stuff like this back then. She'd have really had some clear slippers. Tyler, can I have a sleeve out of the drawer over there? Actually, here's one right here. We will go ahead and put this beautiful pen in this felt sleeve so that it does not get damaged, and it is absolutely beautiful when it's going to its new owner. Okay. sleeve fits a little tight at first, but it is protective. Thank you all very much. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous material. I like to make sea glass. I like to make sea glass diamond pens. My wife has a couple. Some of her friends have some. It is stunning. It's actually really beautiful like that as well, sometimes with a little bit of holographic glitter in it. But for me, I like seeing nothing in it. We're going to put on our collet chuck. Make sure it's tight. For those that are asking, this is a Laguna 1216 lathe. It's really good for pen making. It's the right size. It's on top of a toolbox that makes it super handy with a big drawer. I've got another toolbox with a bunch of smaller drawers, but this one has a big top drawer and shelving and stuff underneath. Works very well. All right, so we think the general consensus is to cut these down to 4 inches. I think I agree. We're going to cut it down to 4 inches. Let me fire up the saw here and we'll cut it down to 4 inches. So our great friend Kenny and the group is watching us from the furthest point. If there's anyone else any farther away from where we are at, please speak up. But she is in Austria. She won the diamond painting pen from last week. And the surprise that I have for her, if she doesn't mind, is that I will start posting the journey of the pen on its way to her. She's got another surprise that I'm working on for her, but I didn't want to give that away yet. So when it gets dropped off tomorrow, we will post its initial piece of where it's going and go from there. If she doesn't mind, we'll keep posting the journey all the way across. Every update that the package carrier gives us, we will post. It should take about a week and a half, and it is going all the way to Austria. Hey, look at that! My lovely wife joined us. Life is better with an amazing wife, that's for sure. Or a good spouse, regardless which side of the fence you're on. Hey, thank you. We pour the black and white pretty often. Sometimes it comes out really intense. Sometimes it comes out uh, more cloudy, but it's always beautiful, regardless of how it comes out. So, without further ado, we're going to turn the first one. We have 4 to turn. After I get this one turned, I'll hand it over to Tyler, and he will polish it while I turn the next one. We'll try to get as many turned within the 2 hours as we can. I'm sure they do get confused. One down? Oh, yeah. It's going to look all right. What's the most people you've had in a live stream? This would be it. Hey, look at that. Thank you very much for the compliment. We'll give a little bit of touch up here on the end, and then we'll turn it over to Tyler. Okay. Tyler, this is very, very easy to break. And once it's made into a tool, it'll be fine. But while it's on there, just very light pressure to sand. Let me set Tyler up over here. Would you rather me put a sacrificial piece on the end? Put a sacrificial piece so you can use this? Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, me too. Just in case you get a little shake or something, it won't cause you any issues. Tyler is using our other lathe. It is a Grizzly G0766. It is incredibly overkill for finishing pens, but it will work. Holy cow. Well, there's a difference in the centricity of here and over there. So there's going to be a little dimple in this. It's all right. Okay, get you some Zona paper and have at it. Just go with low speed at first. Here's some green. Okay. So put them out like this. I'm going to count out 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the white, the light blue, pink, medium blue, the gray or dark blue, and green. Okay. Okay? Okay. Don't push too hard because it wobbles. Correct. All right. Here we go. Did that quick. Hey, thanks, Rich. It doesn't usually take us too long. We have turned at least a couple of them in the past. Not that is slightly not square in the center of that. Let me try to center that up by sanding the end of it down. We've turned I don't know, over 3,500 writing pens and a bunch of other utensils, and I've turned a bunch of big bowls. I swear one of these days I'm going to take the time and start a big bowl and just keep recording the YouTube videos every evening that I have to work on it. Maybe I'll take a week's vacation and do that. That way you can see the progress of the journey every couple hours. I've got a big bowl to turn. It's 38-inch blank. All right, that's better. Hmm? Keep going till it's smooth, Tommy. Okay, tight. We can turn this one with the dust collector off so that you all can talk if you have any questions. Making a heck of a mess. We're going to turn that back on. Is that any better, Palm? All right, let's polish this one up. Tyler's over there working on the other one. He's not close yet. So we will go ahead and polish this one up. Any questions? Tammy, we already turned the diamond pen. This is one of the spoons. This is the handle for one of the spoons. We'll get out our famous pond pink. If you hear additional background noise, that's Tyler running the bigger lathe over there. It's not as quiet. No worries. Thanks for joining us. And my Ashley. Hey, that's actually Altalano. Hey, sorry I didn't recognize the screen name. PTP After Dark. She makes some awesome trinkets and diamond painting trays and other stuff like that as well. Yeah, sorry, Pam. I see what you're saying. The camera is a little far out because of using the collet check. Let's see if we can figure out a way to move it around there to get us a better angle. How's that? Hey, now we're cooking. Eh? If I get any closer, I'll have to do it through the live screen versus being able to look at it. The glitter comment. Hey, no glitter in these suckers. Mo better. No glitter in these ones, old glitter queen. I thought we had a lot of glitter downstairs for making blanks. I see Ashley stash of glitter. It's a good thing she bought all that stuff pre-tariff. Good Lord, we bankrupt them by all that glitter now. Oh yeah, Teeny knows what's up. She bought something from Ashley. Let me check on Tyler here. Yeah, For some reason, we can't buy glitter from China. Don't you worry. You always buy glitter from Ashley. I think she's stocked up until the next pandemic. Looks like we might get, doggone Skippy, we might get one more handle turn. Tyler's polishing that one. I doubt I get all four of them, but I will finish them this evening and see what I can't make out with that other one over there. So I can't make something work. And we'll post pictures in the morning. Gotta love glitter. I do sometimes, but it's only recently I love for glitter. I coined a phrase that Ashley absolutely does not like to hear, that glitter is the herpes of art. She'll bust my chops pretty good for that one. I'm waiting for the comment to roll in here any second. If you all remember back just a couple months ago, we did a Joan gave me an LOL. Aha, look at that. She didn't leave me hanging. We did a benefit for a benefit auction, and that's how we met many of you, is through that auction. Actually, husband has got a condition that is very tolling and very hard on their family right now, but they are strong, amazing people, and they will persevere. Oh yeah, see, Teeny, she knows. Yeah, that glitter, it was banned at our house for the longest time, and when I got into making blanks, my daughter and my wife said, "Oh, I guess the glitter ban is lifted." Yeah, yeah, I guess for now. That stuff it's everywhere. It doesn't die. It's Terminator's blood. I'm telling you, glitter is everywhere all the time. You make it through all the colors? What color you want? Okay, here's the next one. If you have kids, you know what it's like. That glitter is everywhere. It's on, in the words of Chris Rock, it's on everything. Hey, Nene's with us again. Renee is another great turner. She runs Panache Pens. She does good work. She is out of NV out there. She's also a very heavy Jeep fanatic. She is into Jeeps a lot. She started out with an old red TJ, and she has done an incredible weight loss journey and is with her current Jeep and living life and doing a great thing out there. Glitter is legally terrible. Huh. Okay, go to you get your last color. You sure you're good? Okay. It's time to wax them up. We'll wax this one up and we'll wax up the next one. We'll wax up Tyler's. We'll put them on. Okay. I'll wax this one and Tyler can wax his and then we'll buff them. Getting a little bit in your bowl there, buddy. The wax gets everywhere. Okay, here. Just don't get that wax wet. Yeah, don't get it in the water. Don't drop it in the water. We'll let that buff up just a minute. Guess we can always put a little on the tools, keep it from rusting. Sweet. Good job, Renee. Renee does some awesome cigar pens, cigar label pens, and some beautiful bullet pens. Like I said, her group on, I believe, Instagram and Facebook is Panache Pens. Check her out. I'll let you look at that for a second while I check on Tyler. Okay. Yeah.
Get it. Go again.
Tyler's gonna need a lot more sanding. Keep going, Tyler. Look at this. Now look at yours. Yours shine like this? No? Uh-uh. Keep it up. Yeah. Start at blue or the gray, and yeah, start at the gray and go up again. He thought he was ready to go, but he was not. We can always put this back in a collar chuck later and hold it to polish the ends, which I will do. But let's go ahead and put this on. Let's put it on the smallest one first. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. Looks pretty nice. Long. I think 4 inches may have been a little long too. Let's see if we can. I mean, that's. I guess it's not long. Fits in the hand very well. Doesn't look too bad. One down. A couple more to go. Looks like we have time to turn one more. Hey, thanks, Tina. Yeah, I'm glad we cut it down to 4. 5's too long. 5's like a cocktail spoon, which we do have a kit to turn though. We can turn that next week, or we can turn the measuring cups, one or the other. No, definitely not any longer, Pom. I agree. All right, let's see if we can get this one turned and we'll be able to call it quits this evening. Rockler is a supplier. Rockler is a supplier. Okay, let's polish it up. Anybody else a late night coffee drinker? I know my neighbor over there, he drinks coffee after noon, 12:30, he has to quit. He won't be able to go to sleep. My wife and I can have coffee 15 minutes before we go to bed and still go to sleep. You think it's fitting?
Yeah, it looks exactly like yours.
Dry it off and put wax on it, you'll see. I think one of the hardest things in the world is to teach your kids a work ethic. They want all the glory immediately, but they always don't want to put in the work to get there. Hey, George, thanks for joining us here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Teeny. I can put them on whatever blank you want, and we can ship them to Georgia. No problem. Or one of the other members can make them as well. Huh. Drinking coffee makes you sleepy. Just 2 cups in the morning, huh, Jane? Probably have at least 5 or 6 cups a day. Okay. Do you drink hot tea? What's a custom that we overlook in the United States that is in Austria, or that is common in Austria? Tina, if you're thinking of an ice cream treat for your kids, we can gladly make one with a real colorful blank and a bunch of beautiful colors in it. We turned the pizza cutter on here as well. Austria is huge on coffee, huh? Wow. Huh. Didn't know that. No. Huh. No way, Charles. Keep going. It's nowhere near smooth.
It's gray again?
It's not shiny. Looks like a matte finish. Yes, please. Keep going. Go from the blue up. Yeah, the medium blue up. It's wine. Huh. No. To each their own. Some people like wine, some people don't. It's an acquired taste. Put that down. Looks like one of my AirPods died. They seem to only make it 2 hours. Maybe I need to look at a better set. But we're almost finished. Bear with me here and we will have this one polished up. Tyler over there, I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't able to get it polished up as shiny. We'll get it back on here and polish it up. Rosalind loves coffee. I agree. I love coffee. I'm having some right now. One of these days I'll have to visit Austria. Sounds lovely. Let's go over here and steal Tyler's wax and see what we get. Tyler has left us for the evening. He is close to his bedtime. He's been a good help over there. Sometimes you got to remind him that he can't do what we do and without getting hurt. But give him a little bit of time and his skills will progress and he'll be able to do the same thing. That black and white pattern is absolutely timeless. It's a very classic look. Haha. Palm, you want to make a trip over there with me? Hey, I got a question. Does anybody in the group like the band Rammstein? Has anybody ever seen them in concert? I know that they're big in Europe. They're big in Germany. I believe they played in Austria last year. Tina, you may be able to tell me whether or not they have. But I've been a Rammstein fan since the late 90s, early 2000s. And I missed them when they were here. but I would love to be able to go to Germany or Austria or Prague or somewhere and see them play live. Go to one of their concerts. It's on my bucket list. Oh, wait. Is Teeny a Rammstein fan? You notice I say that correctly too, not butchered like you hear most American culture. They'll call it everything but that. It's Rammstein. I was younger. I went to a bunch of live concerts. I got to see a bunch of great bands over time. I got to see Metallica at the Radio City Music Hall in New York. I was 20. Hey, look at that. Stunning and shiny. Everybody likes shiny. The wind out there is wicked. All right, so we have the largest one and the smallest one. And the other handle's over there. But I will get the rest of them finished up this evening. And we will be able to do a full set and post them. And of course, let me clean that off a little bit and we'll put up all of our things that we made this evening. We made 4 handles, one of which my associate was not able to get finished, but we'll finish it for him. No big deal. And I swear there's a diamond pin in here somewhere. Oh, I think Tyler took it with him. No worries. We'll post pictures of it tomorrow. And as soon as YouTube updates and we're able to see who all left us a great comment in the live, we will post the pictures of it and post the winner. Thank you all so very much for joining us. We greatly appreciate seeing everybody show up from week to week, especially our friends across the pond and all of our friends here in the U.S. We have some friends in Canada as well. I believe that's where Tammy is from Canada. Thank you all so very much for joining, and we will see you next week. Oh, there it is. Hold on, he didn't take it with him. There's the diamond pin. There we go. How about that? And tomorrow, the diamond painting pin begins its journey all the way across the big pond. We will keep posting the updates. I've got another surprise for Teeny, but she'll have to wait and see that one. Yes, the sea glass is gorgeous. If you would like a sea glass, just reach out to us, let us know. We have them in any color you can think of. The orange is rather beautiful as well. We can turn an orange one some other time. Thank you very much, and you all have a good evening.